Very good. Welcome, folks. This is the Red Hook Town Board meeting of September 8th, 2020. Would you be kind enough to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States
of America
and to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all very much. We are, maybe not yet, going to be showing you the screen. Okay, for the folks at home tonight, we are discussing, we just have a couple of items. We're going to have a very brief meeting this evening. We have our supervisors and clerks reports, and then we have a resolution to amend section 284 of the highway agreement. Our highway superintendent has asked us to add a small road, Wildy Road, to the construction list for this year. And then the second item is a resolution to adopt a fee schedule for dogs. At our last meeting, we adopted changes to 2 chapters of our code, dogs and dog parks, and we've determined a proposed fee schedule. And then we have one item of correspondence, and that's it. So for announcements, why don't we do Supervisors Report to begin with? Sorry. This is a report for the period ending August 31st. We started with an opening balance of $6,370,862.95. We had receipts of $470,945. We had disbursements of $728,185.20 for an ending balance of $6,113,623.56. And as far as updates, we continue to see deterioration in our sales tax revenue once again for the month of July, and some of our other revenue lines are coming in well under originally budgeted. So we'll continue to monitor our finances, and in fact, we will be working next month on next year's budget. So there'll be more ahead for that. We have just a couple of budget adjustments proposed by our bookkeeper, Ann Conway, and they mostly relate to finishing up the capital project with the culvert on Stony Brook Road. And then you have your variance reports for the month of August as well. All right, are there any questions about the supervisor's report for this month? If not, I would entertain a motion to accept the supervisor's report and the budget adjustments.
So moved.
There you go.
Okay, don't
Second.
all at once. Thank you, Christine. Okay, all in favor, Bill Hamel?
Aye.
Jacob Testa?
Aye.
Myself, aye. Okay, and Deanna? We have town clerk's monthly report for the month of
for both months, July and August. So the town clerk, Susan McCann's report for July wasn't read, so I'm going to read that. July 1st to the 31st, 2020, the total local shares remitted to the supervisor was $2,973. The amount paid to the New York State Agriculture and Markets for spay and neuter program is $43. The total state and local revenue was $3,106. $2,142 was money that was collected for garbage at the recycling center.
Okay.
The report for the August 1st to 31st, 2020, the total local shares remitted to the supervisor was $6,054.50. The amount paid to New York State Agriculture and Markets for spay and neuter was $42. The amount paid to New York State Department of Health was $67.50. The total state and local revenue was $6,164, and $5,175 of that was collected for garbage at the recycling center.
Very good. Thank you very much, Deanna. Is there a motion to accept the clerk's report?
So moved.
Okay, and I'll second that. All in favor, Bill Hamel,
Aye.
Bill O'Neill,
Aye.
Jacob Testa. Thank you very much. Okay, announcements. Just a couple of quick announcements for the folks at home, just to let you know that in fact, we were able to open the rec park last Friday for the Labor Day holiday, and we had a very quiet and small ribbon cutting and a dedication to Kathy Treble for all her work in the community and especially on the playground project. And so the park is open, and I believe the restrooms are open as well as of today. And you'll notice that we've added some touchless features in the restrooms there in light of the COVID-19 virus. As well, we were able to open up Stony Brook Road after quite some time. That project needed. And so folks are welcome again to use that public highway. Okay, any other announcements? Anybody have any?
I have a quick question though.
Sure.
I didn't see any signage. Are we ordering some signage for the playground that says, you know, Kathy Treble Memorial Playground or something to that effect?
Yes, we're not naming the playground. We're dedicating it with a little plaque that's going to go on a bench for her. We don't, Bill, we have historically not attached individuals' names to projects because, as we all know, it takes more than an individual in order to pull something off like that. And so we sort of shy away from that, but we do like to recognize those who have contributed in a way that fits in with the setting. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So, all right. We have the first item of the evening is a request by our highway superintendent to add to the 284 agreement a small road called Wildy Road. If you're familiar with Barrytown, it's an offshoot of Station Hill Road. And Teresa, did you want to say anything about the request?
Oh, I think it was pretty self-explanatory in the information and photos that I sent you.
Okay. Very good. Did any of the board members have any questions before we go ahead on voting to amend the agreement and include Wildy Road in this year's construction projects?
I just was wondering where we were in the other projects that were listed, what the status of those were.
They're all complete.
They're all complete. Okay, thanks, Teresa.
Okay. Very good. Any other questions? All right. If not, we have resolution number 41.
41.
Thank you very much, Deanna. Dated September 8th, 2020. It's a resolution to approve amended 2020 agreement for highway expenditures. And it speaks to adding paving of Wildy Road for an additional sum of $22,000.
Robert, you may want to roll down the screen there to show that's the proposal.
Yeah, apologies. Thank you. Yes. There's the letter from Teresa with the request. And the funds are coming from the major roads improvement line. And here's the request for a not to exceed amount of $22,000 for the repair. And again, I would move resolution number 41 dated September 8th. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor, Bill Hamel,
Aye.
Bill O'Neill, we heard you.
Aye.
Jacob Testa.
Aye.
Okay, the resolution passes. Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
Teresa, we'll get you the original in the next couple of days.
Okay, great.
Thank you very much. All right, item number 2 is just a follow-up with our changes to the dog fees, the dog fee schedule, so that the taxpayer is not supporting any efforts to board dogs on behalf of individual residents. And did anybody want to speak on this issue? Bill Hamel, Christine Shaw?
No, I'm fine with it.
Okay. Okay, so we have a resolution number 42 dated September 8th, 2020. It's approving the fee schedule for dog impoundment fees. And so there will be a schedule that will be updated from time to time, but just so the folks know, at home, the schedule is such that for the first impoundment, individuals will be charged $35 plus $25 for each additional 24-hour period. And then the second impoundment would be $40 and then $30 for each day. And then for the third impoundment, it would be $50 and $35 each day. Okay, so that's the schedule. Did we do a motion? 42, I so move.
Second.
That's Bill Hamel. Any further discussion? Okay, if not, all in favor, Bill O'Neill,
Aye.
Bill Hamel,
Aye.
Jacob Testa,
Aye.
Christine Kane.
Aye.
Okay,
And Mr. Supervisor, on this, in addition to filing them with the clerk's office, can we just make sure that these go up on the website for people's information?
absolutely, absolutely, and we'll send it over. Probably be a good idea to give it to DCSB, CA as well. Yeah. Okay, and last but not least, correspondence before we conclude tonight's brief meeting. We have yet another request to do some movie making in our community, and we like to show off our natural and human assets. And so this request is for a small portion of Woods Road, just south of the entrance to Claremont State Park. They would like to shoot a scene, and they had originally requested to close the road for the day in order to shoot the scene, but it looks like we would need to adopt a local law, and we might consider in the future having a local law as it relates to filming. Some other communities that do this perhaps a little more frequently than we do have something in place that we would want to take a look at in order, and also charging a fee for the use of the road. But the request is now to keep the road open, but to shoot the scene, and they're honing in on a couple of days, October 2nd or 3rd. And I put them in touch with Teresa and with Sergeant Hildebrand, because they would need to have some police as well directing
And I
traffic.
have a question on that, Robert. In the request to me, it was to borrow equipment. And I wrote back that I don't have experience with anything outside of the typical block party permit that
Okay.
people have to apply to close a road. And I believe it's a town board approval process, but we can look into it. I copied Chris Shaw on my response to the request for equipment. So you may want to take a look at that and see if that's a process that you would need to go through, because I don't have the authority to restrict the traffic unless I'm doing some sort of construction. So it should be talked about before I sign a request for the cones or road closure, or whatever they're planning on. It may need a little more in-depth study.
Okay, very good. My understanding, it would be sort of similar to some of the other film shoots that we've had around here. I know a lot of times they've been on county or state roads or whatever, but they would direct traffic and the cones might be helpful. That's all I was thinking. But if there's more information that you need, we'll make sure that they get it to you.
Yeah, I just need to know if it's a town board approval process to restrict the roadway in the town.
Well, I don't think it's going to be restricted. I think it's just going to be guided through the use of the officers so that they can shoot their scenes safely without impeding the traffic on that road.
All right, we can talk about it more after the meeting at some other point.
Okay. Very good. Any other questions about that request or anything else before we conclude our meeting? Okay. If not, thank you all for joining us. Our next regularly scheduled town board meeting is Wednesday, September 23rd. Thank you very much. And at this time, I make a motion to conclude the meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you all very much. Good night.
Good night.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.